his hurt, he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouty, he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, pricks. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. And if I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chromed out, hard talk career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene? 1 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. They quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh, front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. 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 You just heard the sound of the king of the South. T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats the Monster. I need y'all to rewind this and play this from the top. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Clears out. Yo, man. Ran the money up to a whole nother level. Hustle, I don't know no better. When I got rich, these got bro, call me slow 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spent 60 racks on the camouflage bells. Duke diamonds on me, I'm a blue gel. 220 on me. Money, do you know I'm on it? We hate no glitz, I gone it. Can't take my chain, ain't nothing like homie. South Middle Spanish red, most want it. Hold up, let me switch the flow. Just like a breaker, yeah, I'm addicted to.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 26-yard line.
yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. Second and 11.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
The Steelers are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Here we go, here we go.
In motion comes the tight end left.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. You look at this Steeler defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Can.
A handoff running left, Brooks. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go. 180.
In motion left is Higgins. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 180. 12. 11 mighty. 11 MT.
Burrow will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle, Johnson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Got it. Ready? 19 Lions. Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They're going to look to throw. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd down and goal.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal.
Boswell's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Can.
Now Burrow. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 20.
On one, ready?
First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80.
Here's Burrow. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. 11, 11. 180.
Up the middle with Brooks here. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go, here we go.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Burrow. This one complete to Yoshibas. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to get away. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here we go, here we go. 180, 11, Thomas.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
They'll set up to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the hole? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Calvin Austin,
His first touchdown of the new season.
and the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Able to slither by.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Yoshibas. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now Burrow going to change things up.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw here. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Burrow. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Gun.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Going right back to Phil. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80. Wide 12, 12, 12.
Burrow will throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Max Crosby picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
11, 12, 12, 12.
Third and goal. Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Going quickly out to the right side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At the 38-yard line.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said,
and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Just a simple tag pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed out to another defender.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready? Viking 18. Check out.
Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here's Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A little juke. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
On 1, ready?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Burrow. And now a fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with the score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bengals 6. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Right, 80.
Now it's Burrow. Law had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bengals.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Here's Burrow.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
They go to Johnson again. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They give to Johnson going right. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
It took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll drop the throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gun.
They'll set up to throw. This is caught at the 20. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Burrow now off the bootleg. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
And a fine chase on the right side, complete.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
On 1, right? Here we go, here we go.
A final shot now for Burrow. Well, this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here we go. 11 empty. 180.
Conversion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2